I had watched, hidden in the hall, as Jeremy checked out and left the resort earlier. My shoulders sagged in relief once he was out of view. What long, emotional few days it has been. I walk out of my hiding spot and up to Julian. I'm leaving for the evening. Have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow. I let him know. Okay, have a good night, Delia. He waves distractedly as he finishes something on the computer. I walk out into the darkening sky and question whether to walk or get a ride tonight. I think a long walk would do some good to help clear my mind. It didn't. It helped very little with organizing my 1,000,001 thoughts, my main thoughts being centered on Jeremy. There was a shift within me when Jeremy apologized. I'll be honest, it felt sincere, but it could very well have been a play to get me back. I mean, how does someone not know why they cheated? He said I was perfect. You don't mess with perfection then. As always, with hindsight, I think that was the closure I was missing, the answer to why he did it. Just when I feel like I'm moving on and forward, the old comes slamming back. I had my feelings resolved about Jeremy and me. They were placed away neatly in a box not to be messed with. Now I'm thinking ridiculous thoughts like, maybe he is sorry, and he truly loved me. In his own way, of course. I didn't lie when I told him I forgave him. I did. I do. I wish, though, that he would have ended with his apology and not tried to get us back together, or at least accepted my never ever going to happen again answer. As I step out of the elevator, I smile at the new vase of flowers. I bend down to pick them up and inhale the beautiful scent. I set down the flowers, toss my purse and my keys down on my entry table, and plop down on the couch. A rush of air flutters my lips as I stare up at the ceiling. The problem lays now in the fact I don't know how to handle any kind of relationship with Jeremy, or how to handle the fact he is Logan's stepbrother. That is something I keep pushing aside and refusing to dwell on, and for now I'm going to keep doing that until I can process it. I tilt my head to peer around my living room at the many vases of flowers sitting around. I smile and chuckle at the absurdity of it. Even though I was distant with Logan before he left, and he knew I was, he still went and did something like this, showing me he still cared, even despite my actions. I struggle to open my eyes. Ouch! I bring my hand to rub the kink in my neck as I sit up and take in my surroundings. Another groan, as I realize I must have fallen asleep on the couch last night, leaving the TV on. I saunter to my luxurious bathroom and run a bubble bath, pouring in a new oil I found locally that smells like coconut and lime. After undressing, I slide down in the warm water, sighing as my muscles relax. I pick up my ebook from the side and start reading a werewolf story I recently found, The Alpha's Guardian. I am lost in the pages before I notice goosebumps breaking out across my skin, telling me it's time to get out. With a towel around my hair, I dry off and get dressed for the day. I smile a little too widely when I think about Logan coming back today. Double-checking my texts from him, I see he should be back around noon. That gives me time to put together a lunch for him. I throw on some music and start dancing around while I look through the assortment of meats and cheeses in the refrigerator. With a shimmy, I go to the pantry and pull out bread and crackers. I cut up some fruit and vegetables to add to the tray of growing foods on the kitchen island. So absorbed in what I'm doing, I don't notice how much time has passed until there is a knock on my door that has me choking on my beer. Shit, I cough while making my way to the door. A more urgent knock happens before I get there. Swinging open the door, I wipe away the tears as I come face to face with Logan. A smile breaks out on my face at seeing him. It slips after a second of him, scanning my face, looking concerned. What's wrong? Are you okay? I heard you coughing and choking, he asks. Yes, I'm fine. Your knock startled me while I was taking a drink. I'm fine, promise, come in. I step aside as he steps in, skimming his arm against mine. Flutters start in my stomach. I put together lunch if you're hungry. Can I get you a drink? I have to clear the huskiness from my voice. As I walk backwards to the kitchen, unable to take my eyes off him. A drink sounds great, he says, as his eyes drink me in and his lips curl at the ends. With a sigh, I tear my eyes away and turn to get him a beer. How was your flight back? I call over my shoulder, only to startle when he's right behind me. His hands land on my hips and jerk me back into him. His body heat scorches my back as I relax into his hold. My flight was fine. Have I mentioned, though, that I missed you? His breath sends shivers down my spine as he kisses my neck. My brain short-circuits while he kisses down my neck to my shoulder and bites. A sharp inhale, and I'm biting my lip to block any moans. Yay. Yes. Your flowers said it. My thoughts were forgotten as he spins me around to face him, backing me into the kitchen island. His lips claim mine in a hard and possessive kiss. Pressing my body into his, I love how his hard muscles feel against my softness. I swear, he growls as his hands roam down my back and grab my ass, pulling me even closer, if that's even possible. I can no longer tell where he ends, and I begin when he hoists me up on the bar. My legs wrap around his waist, keeping him close as his tongue meets mine, deepening our kiss. Skimming his hands on my waist, they tease the button on my shorts when I groan in pain. We break apart, gasping for breath, and he looks at me questioningly. Is that your ringtone? My head drops in shame. Of course, she has service now to talk. Yes, it is suits Lindy though, right? I joke as he chuckles. I am so sorry, I whisper as I kiss him softly. I have to take this. She's been out of touch since she left here. This is the first time she's been able to call. He grabs my hips again, but this time to help me off the bar. It's fine. Call her back while I grab some of this food you laid out. He gives me a lingering kiss before pulling back and grabbing a plate. Damn you, Lindy.
I sit down at the bar after I filled up my plate with food. My eyes follow Delia as she walks into the living room talking with Lindy. Her laughter floats toward me. Her auburn hair hangs freely around her shoulders as she smiles at whatever Lindy just said. She is breathtaking, and though she narrowly misses kicking her coffee table or jamming her knee on the couch's side, she still comes off with grace. I finish my food and beer by the time she finishes her call. With sparkling eyes and a contagious smile, she turns to me. Sorry about that. She walks to the bar and leans across from me. Were the lunch options okay? She asks. I push off of the stool. I lean over to her. It was great, thank you, and give her a small kiss. So many emotions flit across her face as we pull apart. I wouldn't say no to a game of poker with her. She couldn't hide anything. Will you go on a date with me next week? I ask her. Oh yes, I would love to. Her eyes widen with excitement. I'll plan something then. I expect you to plan the date that comes after though, I say. Ha. So sure of yourself, are you? That you'll make it to date 3, she sasses. Babe, we passed date 3 a while ago, and considering how we met, I let my sentence hang. She cocks an eyebrow at me. Oh, is that why you're hanging around still, Mr. DeVries? A few things first. I think it's been very obvious that I would love to repeat that night. I won't lie about that. Second, I know it's been obvious that I like you. For you. You are absolutely gorgeous and your body is spectacular. You know it turns me on. But your mind? Fuck. That's a beauty all of its own and turns me on just as much. I walk around the bar and kiss her again. I don't let it get out of hand as I remember how she was acting before I left. That is still something I want to talk with her about. Taking a small step back, our eyes stay locked. Would you like to stay for a bit, relax on the couch? She asks. With a smile, I grab her hand and lead the way. Settling next to her on the couch, I put my arm around her shoulders as she curls up into me. So, it sounds like I owe you guys an apology. I heard my stepbrother made an appearance while I was away. I know how much of a pain he can be. Her body stiffens in my arms as I said that. Oh shit, what happened? What did that asshole do? Straightening up, she pulls out of my arms and places some distance between us. Yeah, we met, and he was fine. Gave Cece some attitude when checking in, but no issues after that I am aware of at least. Her smile is tight and her eyes refuse to meet mine. I would like to think at this point in our relationship that I know some of her tells and ticks, just like I knew before I left she wasn't ready to talk about why she was withdrawing from me. I know I won't get anything from her now about what happened with Jeremy. I grab her ankle and pull her back to me, sliding my hand up her smooth thigh to her hip. I swallow thickly. I'm sorry for whatever happened when he was here. I place my finger over her lips when she goes to protest. Don't lie. I know something happened and I'm sorry for whatever it was. I skim her lip with my thumb before pulling away. I settle back against the couch, pulling her with me. My mother remarried within a year of divorcing my dad. She found the first richest man that wanted her and sunk her claws in. That man was Jeffrey Wright, LA's district attorney, and he came with his son Jeremy. He's only a few years younger than I am, but from the first time I met him, I couldn't stand him. I don't know why. He did nothing that particularly annoyed or pissed me off, but he reminded me of an old school sleazy car salesman. Her shoulders shake with unheard laughter. After a minute, I hear her drawing in a large breath. "Oh shit," she says through more laughter. "Yes, that's perfect. Gosh, yes, he was such a used car salesman." I smile and laugh with her, glad to know she had the same impression of him as I did. "Have I told you yet that I wasn't much of a dater when I was younger?" I ask, and with a quirked eyebrow, I know she doesn't believe me. "No, it's true. My heart pings when I think about my father. My parents were never around. Dad was always working. I have no idea what my mother did during the day. You would think a teen boy would take advantage of that. Never did, though. I was ashamed or embarrassed. I'm not completely sure what I felt, but I knew I didn't want anyone over to see the life I was living. I hung out with the guys from my baseball team. Every so often I would go hang out with them outside of school or baseball, but no parties, no girlfriends. I was pretty quiet around others." She shifts away, only to turn around and face me. There's a crease in her brow as she studies my face. "Did you have any friends?" she asks softly. I grab her hand and play with her fingers as I think over her question. "I had friends, yes, but no best friends or close friends. I learned to keep everyone at a distance. I think it was for fear of rejection. Every A that I earned, every home run I hit or championship we won, it was for my dad. For his approval and for him to be proud of me. And each time one of those things went unnoticed, it felt like a rejection. Though I stopped letting anyone close because if my own parents didn't approve, how could someone else? That changed some once I was in college and my parents divorced. But I still notice some of those tendencies have stuck with me." A deep sigh exhales from us both. "Sorry, that was pretty deep," I say, rubbing a hand on the back of my neck. I look up at her to see unshed tears clinging to her lashes. She lets out a humorless laugh and I look at her, startled, rolling her eyes and shaking her head. I can't help but wonder what she is thinking. "We are a lot alike, you and I," she says at last. "Oh, is that so?" With a nod of her head. "Different reasons, but same story." Standing up, she looks down at me. "I need a drink." "You need a drink?" she asks as she walks into the kitchen. "I would love another beer if you have one, please." Moment later, she walks back with my beer and water for her. Sitting down with her back against the arm of the couch, she pulls her knees up to her chin, facing me. I've come to notice this is one of her favorite ways to sit. I pull her feet into my lap and start rubbing them, saying nothing, hoping she'll elaborate on what she was saying. She has no problem talking about anything that's not personal, or she'll talk about Lindy with no issues. When it comes to her family and opening up about her childhood or anything too personal, that's like pulling teeth. She'll touch on it, but she's so clipped and unemotional, like she's reading her responses from note cards. Her eyes drill into me, searching for something to let her know it's okay to continue, to be vulnerable. Squeezing her foot, I say softly, "You can trust me." Her nostrils flare, and I watch her work her throat. I know what it's like to close yourself off from everyone. I did that not long after they placed me in the group home. I was quick to learn I only had myself, and that no one else there cared. Like you, it wasn't until college that I let anyone in. But you've met Lindy. She didn't give me a choice. And again, like you, I still notice almost all of those tendencies of mine are still present to this day. I lean forward and swipe the tear that is falling down her cheek. Leaning closer, I kiss her forehead. "Maybe we can help each other get past these old insecurities," I say.
Ta oi appy. The disappointment is clear on Cece's face as she pinches the bridge of her nose. She grunts, shaking her head at me before sitting back down. I think I need you to say that again, but this time, go extremely slow so I can make sure I hear you correctly. She pops right back up from the chair to pace in front of my desk. Because it makes little sense to me that you wouldn't tell him. Her stare is accusing. Cece, I haven't even told him I was ever engaged. Let alone break it by saying, yeah, your stepbrother happens to be my ex-fiance. No, I have no idea how to figure this out. Helpful advice, please, Cece, I exclaim. With her jaw hanging open, she looks at me like I'm an alien. How have you not had the exes talk? She asks in amazement. My head drops into my hands with a sigh. He's brought up his past, but I haven't. I mumble. Unbelievable. You are unbelievable. How did you last in the 3-year relationship, she asks. By being blissfully ignorant, I guess. Trust me, I know I need to tell him, and I need to open up more to him. I started to a little last night during our conversation. Baby steps. You have to tell him. If this is an actual relationship to you, then he needs to know it all. Plus, you wouldn't be able to avoid his family forever. Talk about an awkward meeting if he didn't know. She chews on her thumbnail while pondering. I need to call Lindy. I hear her mutter, making my eyes and mouth go wide with disbelief. What? No, you will not be calling Lindy. Why do you even have her number? We exchanged numbers while she was here since we got on so well, she says, clearly unable to see the issue at hand. I don't approve of that, I say in all seriousness. She smiles at me. That's just because you want to hide stuff from her. Stuff like this. And now you know you can't, since I will tell her if you don't. She says. Yes, exactly, I reply seriously. Exactly why I don't want you talking to her. I don't need or want to hear it from both of you. Thank you very much. Now I'm the one up pacing my office while she sits and observes me. Well, fuck a duck. This is a mess. She bursts out laughing. Ah ha ha ha, did you just say, trailing off as her laughter continues. Bing, walking back to my desk, I pick up my phone to see a message from a number I swore was blocked. You gotta be kidding me, I growl. Uh-oh, what's wrong? Cece asks. Jeremy must have gotten hold of my phone while he was here and unblocked his number. I tell her. He says he misses me and he's sorry. Yeah, nope, not responding to that one. I say, dropping my phone back down. Do you believe him? She asks. I want to, but I don't know that I do. I think it's my pride that wants to believe he is sorry and remorseful, and he knows how good he had it. But if I step back and look at it, then no, I don't believe him, because he is a selfish person at heart, I say sadly. Cece wears a thoughtful look. What? What is that look for? I ask her. Just I get it. If Logan already knew you had an ex-fiance, it would have been easier to explain Jeremy, but now you have to explain why you didn't mention an ex to begin with, then tack on that Jeremy is said ex. I don't envy you for that conversation. She tries to joke, but unfortunately, since it's all true, it's hard for me to laugh at. I also wanted to let you know I shut down some whispering I heard about you and Logan, she says. Ah, then there's that. I pace. Do we even know how these started and how they know I'm dating him? We haven't gone public with our dating. I wanted it under wraps for this reason. I feel like a broken record about this. Small island hun, nothing stays a secret here, shrugging her shoulders. And I think you just need to sit down, like for real, right now, sit down. I do as she says and throw myself down in my chair. Good, but you need to take time to think about what's important to you. Is Logan more important to you than rumors and talk that will eventually die down and go away? Or is your image right now more important than Logan and discovering if you can have something real and lasting? Well, when you put it that way, I mutter. No, not when I put it that way. Everyone wants different things out of life, and that is for you to decide. That is why you need to figure out what you want and what matters most to you. There is no wrong answer here. It's about what is right for you. Not even Logan matters in this situation. Only what's right for you, she says. You're right. I need to decide and stick with it. No more going back and forth. If I choose him, then I have to be all in. Rumors and whispers be damned. And if it's not him, then I have to let him go. Just saying that hurts my heart. It scares me to know that my decision is pretty much already made. Heck, I missed him when he left for a week. I'm falling for him faster than I did Jeremy, and that gives me pause. I can't picture not trying for something real. I say more to myself, but Cece listens. You need to remember Logan is not Jeremy. I can tell that from the little interaction I had with Jeremy that they are nothing alike. Jeremy had no problem flashing his success and his worth, told me all about that while he checked in. But Logan, he has to be the most humbling billionaire around. He doesn't look down on others or act like he's better because of who he is. I imagine you can easily tell all that having spent time with both. Again, you're right. I need to stop comparing everyone to Jeremy and think that they'll screw me over. I guess I need to start by telling him I was engaged once and opening up about that. Then I can figure out how to tell him it was Jeremy and see how he handles that. Sounds like a plan. Go get your man, Cece cheers. Looking at the clock on my computer, I see how late it is. Time to head out already. Dinner seems to be our thing, so maybe I'll invite him over tonight. There's a light knock on my door before it opens. Logan steps in, holding up a bottle of wine for me to see. I brought wine, he says. I can't help but smile when I see him. I know I'm standing here like an idiot just staring at him, and the tilt of his head as he toes off his shoes says he notices too, but I don't care. I stride to him and pull his head down for a kiss, throwing him off balance. Hand grabs my hip and the one holding the wine goes behind my back as he pulls me closer. It's an intense kiss, one I'm pouring all of my newly discovered feelings into. Too soon we pull back, seeking air. He leans his forehead down against mine, and I feel his panting breath across my face. After licking his lips, he says, "Hi." I chuckle before saying hello back. That was unexpected but very nice, he says before a quick kiss on my lips and standing up, releasing me from his arms. "Shall we?" Showing me the wine again. "Yeah," I whisper, not wanting to break this intimate atmosphere. He follows me to the kitchen, and we fill our plates. Before he can sit, I ask, "Do you want to sit on the couch and eat?" His eyes are searching mine. He's trying to figure out what is different. Lead the way. We sit on the couch and eat in relative silence. I sit with my back to the arm of the couch so I can face him and watch him while we both eat. He slyly looks over at me every so often with a smirk. I think he's amused by my behavior. When we've finished, he places both of our plates on the coffee table before turning to me and pulling me closer. "What is going on with you?" he asks. A deep sigh leaves me as I lean into him for just a moment, trying to gather some of his strength. As my hands on his shoulders, I straddle him and take his lips in a light, sensual kiss, pulling back before it gets out of hand. "I like you," I admit. "Yeah, I like you too," he says, smiling. My heart flutters at his words as if I didn't already know this. "I'm sorry for how I acted before you left for LA. I know that had to be confusing," I say, and with a soft smile he nods his head. I love how insightful he is. He knows I have more to say, so waits, not rushing me. My hands slide from his shoulders down his arms and back up, then running my right hand down to rest over his heart. I drop all of my shields as I look him in the eyes, letting him see every emotion inside of me as I go through all of this. "You've heard some of this, but I want to start at the beginning, okay?" I say, feeling apprehensive. "Okay," he says, his voice soothing me. "It was rough being orphaned at 8 years old. I remember everything about my parents, and I know that is a good thing, to remember the love and having someone care for me. On the flip side, it sucks too, because I went from a loving home to a place no one cared for me. I lost any friends I had with the move, and I was now alone at a young age. I learned to stop searching for any kind of resemblance to a caring home in that group house. It was a place everyone was out for themselves, the adults included. They did what they had to do and nothing more, so it was just me. We had a boy that came when I was about 13. He was very shy and scared, but he took a liking to me. I was in my room or in a corner somewhere reading or drawing, but he was like my shadow, always hanging just at a distance, never speaking. After a few months of this and him slowly moving closer, one day he was at my side, watching me draw or me sharing my book so he could read along. Then I started talking to him and he talked back. I grabbed my water to take a drink. After a year of him being there, I had my first friend. I let myself open up, and then a few weeks later, he was gone. I never saw him again. It broke my heart, The first person since my parents, and they too were ripped away from me. I shut right back down, vowing to never open up to another person. I even stopped drawing because I was teaching him at the end how to draw, and it was the one thing I learned from my mother, so I wanted nothing to do with it. Pulling out of the story, I see the sadness in his eyes. Not pity, but sadness for the little girl I was. I peck him on the lips before I slide off his lap and take my spot on the couch. I stayed like that until college, and then I met Lindy, and as I mentioned before, she didn't give me a choice. She was always there, even without knowing my full story. She didn't have to be told. I think she just understood my pain, she just got me, and she wouldn't leave me alone. I chuckle at the memory. I don't know how, but she knew the right words to say, letting me know she was there, that she always would be. She quickly became my family. I startle when I feel Logan's thumb brush a stray tear that's running down my cheek. So I now had Lindy, was finishing college. I had a few other friends, but I was still reserved. They didn't know me like Lindy, and not because they didn't try. It was me, not wanting anyone else to close. Having Lindy was already a risk to my heart. I went on dates, but nothing lasted, until I met my ex. Logan shifts, and I feel him tense up before relaxing, and a new awareness enters his eyes. He was the opposite of me in every way. Similar to Lindy, maybe that's what drew me in. He was outgoing, dragging me out to parties I didn't want to go to, but had fun once there. He was good at making sure I was included with his friends and brought into every conversation. He was attentive to who I was, and I thought I was in love. Logan tenses again. He proposed after a year together, and I said yes. Looking back, I think I said yes because it was a promise that I would have someone in my life forever. Marriage is a permanent promise. This was my way of keeping him. But as I grew in myself and I relaxed more, we kept pushing off setting a date, both he and I did, until finally we set it. I realize now I let myself get too comfortable with him. We both changed, and the friendship we started with wasn't there anymore. I see this all now, mind you, not while we were in the relationship. I tell him, sitting forward and crossing my legs on the couch, I lean my elbows on my knees, chin in hand. It was a month before our wedding when I caught him cheating. Logan's head jerks back. Wow is all he says. Yup, I told him it was over, moved out, and stayed with Lindy until I came here, I say. Logan studies my face. How long ago was this? He asks. I scrunch up my face, trying to figure out how long it's been now. I caught him in April, so 7 months roughly since I ended it with him, I say. He nods his head. I see he's trying to figure something out. What are you thinking, I ask, not at all as patient as he is. He snaps his eyes to me and slowly leans closer to me. First, thank you for sharing. And second, when you said you like me, what does that mean? He asks. I swallow thickly. It means I want to give us a chance. I didn't get to this part yet, but part of what held me back is that besides Lindy and my ex, my career has been everything to me. I have worked hard to get where I am. Being a manager was always my goal. Though being a manager here is everything for me, and I would never think about jeopardizing it. I take his hands in mine. I thought dating you, my boss, would be a problem. I didn't think you were worth my career. He tenses at that, and I feel bad that it has taken me this long to realize he is worth it, especially when he knew how he felt about me so much sooner. There have been rumors going around the resort about us. They know we're dating, and when I pulled away from you, it was because of that. I didn't want our relationship to disrupt my work. I tell him honestly, the sadness in his eyes. But, I say quickly, I don't care what they say. They'll stop talking about us and my rise to this position eventually. I want to see where this goes with us, and I won't let their chatter keep me from that. I nod my head decisively. That's it, that's all.
A few things. First, are you saying you're all in now? Nothing is holding you back anymore? I ask. She nods her head, yes. Okay, second, what do you mean they'll stop talking about your rise to this position? Are they saying you got this job because you slept with me or any other manager? I ask, outraged that anyone would dare say that. I see the hurt in her eyes. They answer before she verbally does. Yeah, that's what some are saying or implying, she answers. try to remove myself from the equation, but it's damn hard too. People are coming after my girl and I want their heads. But I have to ask myself, how would I handle this if she wasn't my girlfriend? With a laugh, I think I would still fire them. She looks at me funny. Guess I've been quiet for too long and my laugh threw her off. I want names, I tell her in a no-nonsense tone. No, she says, looking me in the eye. I just ran this through my head, and I would do this for any female employee in your position. I'm not asking. I'm telling you to get me their names. What, are you going to fire every employee that talks about me? She asks incredulously. No, not all of them. No, I can't have you fight my battles for me. What will that help if you, the boss who is part of these rumors, comes to my rescue? It will only make it worse. I know the truth. Those that respect me don't care about what's being said. And my boss knows the truth, she says, winking at me. God, I want her right now. I lean over and kiss her, quick and hard. My teeth pull her bottom lip as I lean back. You are so fucking sexy. Have I mentioned that recently? She looks at me, adorably confused. Not recently, no, thank you. But what does that have to do with what we are talking about? She asks. Well, you telling me no is a major turn on. Then you stand up for those who are talking shit about you, which shows your heart, and that is sexy. So there it is, you. I kiss her or another peck sexy. I deepen this kiss as I press her into the couch, lining our bodies up. Her hands come up and dig into my hair before grabbing a hold of my waist and pulling me closer as she lifts her hips. No doubt she feels the heated, insistent weight of my longing beneath my jeans. Her soft shift against it pulls a moan from me, panting, if you keep that up, I can't promise I'll be able to stop, I say as I kiss down her neck, causing her to moan. I pull back, loving how her eyes track my movements and her lips pout. I pick up my water and hand hers over. After downing the rest of mine, I sit back. Can I at least send a company-wide email regarding gossip and rumors about how employees rise in positions? I don't want to let this go, baby. If it's happening to you, I'm sure it's happening to my other female managers. I'm not okay with that. I tell her. A war is raging in her eyes. I'll keep it vague and professional since I am the boss and all. I say, smiling at her, chewing her bottom lip. Okay, if you feel you need to, I hope you know that won't stop people from talking though, she says. No, it may not stop them, but they will know if they are overheard and reported there are consequences. So maybe they will keep it to themselves, I tell her. I'm not stupid enough to think an email from the owner will stop people, but it may make them think twice about what they say and where they say it. She leans forward this time and kisses me. I like this scruff, she says after pulling away and rubbing my cheek. Yeah? Should I keep growing it out? I ask while she nods her head yes. It's been about 2 days since I've shaved, so I have some stubble and I can see where it irritated her neck, but it's oddly arousing seeing that. When is your next day off? I want to plan our date if that works for you, I ask, eager to take her out again. I have Thursday and Friday off, so either works for me, she says. I wake up in the early hours, feeling a weight holding me down. Trying to get my bearings, I rub my eyes and look down to see Delia's head on my chest and feel our legs entwined under the sheet. I lift my head, placing a light kiss on her forehead, and gently move her hair out of her face. She's so beautiful. Her skin glows under the moonlight through the open curtains. But I am falling fast and hard for this woman. Now that I know she is all in, it is full steam ahead. It shocked me to hear her say she had been engaged. I stupidly assumed she was never in a serious relationship since it wasn't mentioned before. But to find out not only had she been, but she was engaged and set to marry him, a dumbass would cheat on her. I keep stroking her hair as I lay here thinking. We spent the evening talking, and it ended with a pretty heavy makeout session here in her bed, for which I am a saint to not have taken it further. And at some point, we both must have dozed off. It turned my thoughts to work, and not thinking of her here in bed with me in only her bra and underwear. Then I think about the date I have planned, and get excited about it. I go through the list in my head on what I need to take care of until I fall back asleep. I awaken in the morning to her shifting next to me. Our legs are still entwined, and she's running a hand over my bare chest. She peeks up at me through hooded eyes, and a smile plays on her lips. I figured you were awake when that heated, insistent weight against my thigh grew firmer, pressing closer. Her voice is husky with sleep. Hearing it and her talking about that quiet stir of desire only makes it burn hotter. She lifts and kisses me, pulling away too fast for my liking. Morning breath, she says as she slides out of bed. I enjoy the view as she walks into the ensuite bathroom. I hear the shower turn on as I lay here. A short time later, she comes walking out with a towel wrapped around her, and that familiar heated tension stirs again in my jeans. I groan at the sight, and her eyes find mine. A mischievous smile graces her lips as she heads into her closet. I can't see inside, but I can hear her moving around and getting dressed. I push myself up and grab my jeans from the floor and slip them on. I'm zipping them up as she walks out in a simple forest green dress that looks amazing on her. Walking up to me, she runs her hands up my still bare chest. Going on her tippy toes, she kisses me. I have to get to work. I'm already running late. But I'll see you later, she says against my lips. I grip her ass and pull her close, deepening the kiss. Yes, you will. Have a good day, I tell her. As she backs away and starts for the bedroom door, I snag my shirt and follow behind. She looks over her shoulder at me behind her. I'm not rushing you out, just close up behind you when you leave, she says, slipping her heels on and grabbing her purse. You're not rushing me, but I should get back to my place and start working as well. I grab my shoes, keeping them in hand, and follow her out the door. As she locks up, I walk to the elevator and hit the down button. I give her one more kiss before the elevator doors close.